All right. 8. Worst kind of liar. -8. 6, which makes that 10. So it is sine is 6 over 10, which is 3/5. Cos is -8/10, which is -4/5. And tan is -6/8, which is -3/4. Every question is out of... give yourself a mark out of 3. If you didn't simplify, give yourself 2. Marco. Thank you. 450. Ray. 450. The correct expression for the distance between the boys is 450 squared plus 450 squared square rooted. That would be perfectly acceptable. You also could actually square it all out. The exact distance between the boys. I'm happy with that. I'm also happy with whatever 450 squared is plus 450 squared and the square root of that. What?
What if I did 450 times the square root of 2?
450. Yes, that would be fine as well. 450 root 2. Because, of course, this is 1, 1, and root 2. This is 450 times bigger than 1. We'll give that 2. Has to be in those two places, so you shift cos 1/9. And it is either 84 or 276. 2 marks. A is sine A is 7 over root 74. I always want the exact, but some of you didn't pay attention in your notes and told me it was 8.6. Cos A is -5 over root 74, which is -5 over 8.6. Remember, I do not want that. And tan A is 7 over -5. That's worth 1 mark because they're all the same thing. B is 7 over root 74, 5 over root 74, and 7 over 5. That was out of 1, because it is only one piece of knowledge that you need. C, also for 1 mark, is shift down. Is 126 is A, and 54 is B. Making that page out of 5. Without a calculator, determine 2 angles that have a sine of -1/2. So, Sine of negative 1/2 means it is got to be down here. 2, 2, negative 1, negative 1. So all you got to do is, if that's negative 1 and that's 2, you use Pythagoras to find this one, and it is 4 minus 1. This is the square root of 3. So the two angles that have that are, without a calculator, it's really hard to do, but some of you hopefully figured it out. It was 330 and 210, because these have to be 30. You know what? You can all forget about that question. A. This is in quadrant 1 or quadrant 4. You get 1 mark for that. You get 1 mark for the explanation. Cos is positive only there. B. You get 1 mark for the answer, which is 4. The explanation, sine is positive in quadrant 1. C. Sketch the diagram. 13, 12. You get 1 mark for that. D. Find the coordinates. 12, negative 5. You get 1 mark for that. That's D. And E is, we know the sine, we know the cos is 12/13, so the sine is negative 5/13, and the tan is negative 5/12. 1 mark for that, making that out of 2, 4, and 3 is 7. Length of E, that is That is 8.2 sine 75 equals E over sine 58. 2 sine 58 divided by sine 75. 7.2. 1 mark for all these because it's just one thing you're doing. Theta sine 54 over 5.2 equals sine theta over 5.4. Please notice I reversed them here. Some people, if you go look up the sine law on some other website or something, they put the angles in the numerator. Doesn't matter. So I did that here. So it is shift sine of 5.4 sine 54 over 5.2. $57 degrees. This is C. C squared equals 8.6 squared plus 12 squared minus 2 times 8.6 times 12 times cos 55, which is $9.97. This one is cos theta equals 24.6 squared minus 27.6 squared minus 23.4 squared over negative 2 times 27.6 times 23.4, which is I think I screwed up on my calculator. I think I screwed up one bracket because I'm trying to do it all in one step. Is it 57? Then I didn't screw up. Making that page out of 4, I believe. Salvage vessel. 29.3, 47.5, 143. This is 103-ish. You sign law to get either X or Y, then you coastlaw, or then you regular SOHCAHTOA sign to get the depth, and I think it's 110. It's 53? It's 53? Okay. So it's sign law for a side, then SOHCAHTOA sign. Sign for height or depth. That would be out of 3. And Chang, our last question. Starts here. Right? Travels east for 13K. 13. There is Eastdale. He started at Centerville. He then makes a 135-degree turn. If this is 135, this is 45. And he rides for 18K. Then that is up to Northcote. Then he returns to Centerville. This is a coastlaw situation. I want to know the total length, so I need this last one. That is C. C squared, well, let's do it all in one step. C equals the root of 13 squared plus 18 squared minus 2 times 13 times 18 times cos 45. And when you do that on your calculator, you get an interesting answer. You get $12.7. Now, if you leave it as 12.7 as the whole thing, then you get the right answer. Because if you round this to anything, you're going to screw up. All right? This is like 44. But I can't remember exactly, so I'm going to fix it up right now. So this is 12.7, but it's bigger than that, right? So I leave it on my calculator, and then I need the angles. So I'm going to use sine 45 over this answer, right? Which is C. It's sitting on my calculator. Equals sine of Northcote over 13, right? So it's 13 sine 45 divided by C to get me N. So I go here, I go 13 sine 45 divided by my answer, and that is, wait, I screwed up. I lost my number here. So it's 13 sine 45. Oh, that's why. It's 13 sine 45 And you get this to be 46, which gets this to be 89. And that whole thing I would make out of 6. Making the whole thing out of 9, and 4 is 13, and 7 is 20. You skipped that question. 25, and 5. I got out of 30. Where will you report that number to me? When will you do so? Right when you get the test, which is what block? Third block tomorrow. Because it is DCBA. And then you will go away for spring break with no math. Unless you're worried about your math scores. And remember, you'll be doing a cumulative on the Wednesday you get back.
I don't like that.
I've decided on a new policy for my cumulatives. Actually, I'm going to tell everybody that right now. Listen up. I'm going to tell everybody this right now. I am tired of fighting with people about the cumulatives. They're a pain in the ass to make. They're a pain in the ass to mark. They are only there to help you. And yet, I have people complaining, do I have to write it? No, I don't care anymore. I am not going to fight anymore. If you don't want to write your cumulative, you have a grade with which you are happy, you don't have to write it. But you still have to come to class and sit here for 80 minutes. But if you choose not to write even one cumulative, these are the consequences. 1, you don't bitch and moan to get 1 extra half percentage on any future test because you obviously don't care about improving your grade. Clear? 2, at the end of the year, you do not come to me, Mr. Myers, can I have a review package? Because the cumulatives are your review package. Clear? Everybody understands those 2 conditions? Good.